Today we're going to be having a quick look at the way Tenshin uses his kicks in a way that allows him to disguise everything else that he throws from his rear left side. Since we're looking at the anatomy of the kick, let's discern exactly what we're talking about. Step number one is where the fighter puts his lead foot, the support leg, into the position that it needs to be in order to support him through the duration of phase A of the strike. Step 2 occurs when the strike reaches its target. Step 3 is when the kicking leg hits the ground again. And step 4 is when the lead leg moves to a balanced position. So in order to get even more context about what we're looking at here, we've got a very fortunate little view here of what's happening when both Rodtang and Tenshin throw kicks at each other. So here's Rodtang about to throw his kick. Notice what he does with his right hand. He brings it in front of his face towards his left side and then swings the hand back in order to pull his rear kick into its target. Interestingly, the key point to notice here is that this is not what Tenshin does. During Tenshin's step 1, what he does is begin to bring his hips forwards, and notice what he does with his left hand. He doesn't bring it across the front of his body. He simply swings it down past the kick that is getting pulled up from the ground. What this enables Tenshin to do is to be able to disguise everything that he throws from his rear side. So if we pay attention here now, he's just thrown his rear round kick. And notice what he's done with his hand here. He didn't bring it across his body towards his right side. He simply begun to rise on top of his support leg and swing his left hand directly down past his rising kicking leg. And in the last second, he rotates his hips over as his foot pivots. And this allows the kick path of trajectory to turn into its target in the head there. Now, what is so fascinating about this is that he's able to now disguise the next strike with a similar movement. Here, Tenshin is throwing his push kick, but again, notice what he does with his left hand. He rises it in the same way that he does when he's throwing a round kick, and instead of turning his foot over to propel the kick in on a rounding path of trajectory, he simply extends the kick directly into his target. So everything up to the impact is pretty much exactly the same, making it very difficult for his opponents to detect what he's throwing. I go into more detail in this in my lesson called The Anatomy of the Kick, which is currently being filmed and put together. So if you'd like to see this first as it comes out, comment the word kick and I'll get you on the wait list to begin to see that. I'd also like to thank David here, who was the person that requested this breakdown. And if anyone else would like to see breakdowns like this, please go ahead and drop a comment into the comment sections below, and I'll do my best to get them back to you as fast as possible.